What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, we are talking about the recent developments in free agency for your Memphis Grizzlies. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Desmond spiking, let's go for he that MVP.
Well, I didn't think we would, but of course, the Memphis Grizzlies have had a pretty exciting offseason so far. It started off with the trade for Marcus Smart. Nobody saw that coming. And then we were able to grab somebody I valued at 25, the pick that we traded for Smart, at 45 in G.G. Jackson. And then we come to free agency. And in free agency, the Grizzlies signed former Memphis Tiger Derrick Rose to a 2-year, $6.5 million contract, which is fully guaranteed. And it's just really a 2-year minimum contract for Derrick Rose. I guess he's going to serve as our third emergency point guard. He'll be a second point guard while Ja Morant's out. And we'll see exactly how things go while he's here. I wasn't really too impressed with how he played last season. But, of course, his minutes were limited. His role was limited. So, hopefully, he'll have enough to give us a good 20 to 25 games while Ja Morant is out and serve as a veteran presence on the bench when Ja gets back. Also, the Grizzlies extended Desmond Bane to a 5-year, $207 million contract, which is the 25% fund max, as Brian Windhorst calls it. It is the largest contract in Memphis Grizzlies history, and it makes Desmond Bane the highest paid Memphis Grizzlies player starting not this season coming up, but the next season when his deal kicks in. So this is very interesting. I felt like he was a max player, and it really didn't make sense for the Grizzlies to take it into restricted free agency to try to bargain with him, because just like I was saying with Jaren Jackson last year, the most important part of that contract is getting that 5th year, not getting a few $1 million off of the contract. So the Grizzlies have Ja Morant locked up for the next 5 years, Desmond Bane locked up for the next 6 years, and of course, Jaren Jackson locked up for the next 3 years. So the Grizzlies are in good position, and they need to make this next 3 years is going to be the first 3-year deal, 3-year run for this team where they should be real serious finals contenders. I'm going to stop saying championship contenders because that's so conditional and luck-based, but finals contenders, this team should be for the next 3 years at least. Now, what does Dillon Brooks has to do with all of this hoopla and the reason why he is on my thumbnail? Well, of course, Dillon Brooks is an unrestricted free agent right now, and he has agreed to a 4-year, $80 million contract with the Houston Rockets. Yes, Dillon Brooks, 4 years, $80 million. I am so happy that this guy got his money, because regardless of how it ended in Memphis, Dillon Brooks was entertaining the entire time he was in Memphis. I appreciated his play. Of course, it didn't work out going forward with the Grizzlies, but I am happy that he got paid, and Dillon Brooks will officially be a $100 million player after getting drafted in the second round. So for guys like G.G. Jackson who are disappointed on draft night, that is not where your career ends. That is just the beginning. Anything is possible, as you saw with Fred VanVleet getting $40 million a year from the Houston Rockets. And I think he's going to be close to a $200 million player. And he was undrafted. So it's all about the work you put in after the draft. But why is this concerning the Grizzlies since Dillon Brooks was an unrestricted free agent? Well, it looks like the Houston Rockets are going to try to get more veterans in than they had already. They got rid of a lot of their youngsters, and the Dillon Brooks contract is going to end up being a sign and trade, according to reports around the league. And it's already been leaked by Kelly Iko that the Grizzlies will be obtaining Josh Christopher, a.k.a. J-Gup, the guy that I wanted in the draft in 2021? Yeah, 2021 draft. The guy that I wanted in that draft was Josh Christopher when the Grizzlies had the 17th pick. Now, to be fair, Josh Christopher has had a slow start to his NBA career, and it's mostly been because of his terrible three-point shooting. He's been pretty good around the rim, pretty good in the mid-range, but he's been terrible from three-point range, except from the left corner. So, Josh Christopher, who I liken to Drew Holiday coming in the draft, he's got that 6'5" frame, long arms, thick, can play point guard, shooting guard. He's a combo guard, can get his shot off the dribble, very athletic. I really like him as a project if the Grizzlies decide to take him on as a project. Now, we don't know the intricacies of the Dillon Brooks sign and trade deal. We know the Grizzlies are going to be creating a traded player exception according to Woj. We don't know how much that traded player exception is going to be. And we have the report that J-Gup is coming to Memphis. Now, whatever else is coming to Memphis or what the Grizzlies are sending out, we don't know. Hopefully those details get worked out today. But like I said, it's exciting times. And tomorrow is the start of Summer League. The Grizzlies will be playing the Philadelphia 76ers Summer League team in Utah, 6 p.m. local time in Memphis. I think the game might be on League Pass or NBA TV. Who knows? I know I will be watching it. Gigi Jackson, Jake LaRavia, Jr., David Roddy, Vince Williams. Yes, it is going to be a fun time starting tomorrow. We got about a couple of more weeks before we hit the dead period, so enjoy this summer league, enjoy the free agency, and if anything else happens today, I might make another video. Peace.